Hi, I'm just dressing, just putting this on so I can show you what it is. I'm just moving the camera a little bit back so you can get the full kind of gist of what's going on here, so you can see what it is. It's rather fun, isn't it? And it's called the Honeycomb Cacoon. And it's called a Honeycomb Cacoon because I thought these bobbly bits looked a bit like a honeycomb, don't you think? And can you see, if I may do a twirl, it is 2 squares. That's what it is. So, not too difficult, and also no sewing up. Isn't that marvellous? No sewing up. So what you get here, I've just literally just got buttons and put it together, 2 pieces of fabric and sewn through. So the only join is across the shoulders, can't speak, shoulders. Alright, so I've this here and this here. Coming and bringing you back in, Mr. Camera. Here we are, back in. Hello, so back in. So as you can see, this is what this is, and good fun. It takes 1 hank to knit the back and 1 hank to knit the front. You will also need some fancy buttons of choice, 4 for one side and 4 for the other. You start at the top, I think, here. This is where you cast on. This is rib. You then go into this pattern repeat and you keep doing it 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 until you get to the bottom where you have another rib and you cast off. Cast off loosely. If you cast off tightly, please go up a needle size. Useful little trick. Not terrible, not really rocket science, is it? But anyway, do cast off loosely, because otherwise these things are, do you know what I mean? You want it to be kind of soft and fluffy. You don't want it to be constricting and hard. You want it to have some kind of give. Not too much so it becomes baggy, but you know your own tension. But just make sure it works like that. The other thing that I was going to say actually about tension, this is very soft. I don't think you can actually see how lovely this is, but yes you can probably. It doesn't really do it justice. This is called Babysoft. All our yarn's lovely and soft actually. Very lovely to knit with. Really lovely. So what I was going to say, tension, back to tension. Tension, please, 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 please. I know it's very, very dull and tedious, and people go, oh, Belinda, do I have to? But I would say yes, please do a tension square on all our pattern cards. We say, please make sure, lots of pleases there, but yes, make sure that the way that you knit correlates to the way that we knit, because otherwise you're either going to have something very, very small or very, very large. Most people knit quite tightly. Tighter than me. No, that's a lie. Most people, there's no such thing as average, there's no such thing as normal, there's no such thing, absolutely not. We're all unique, we all do it differently. And there is obviously some sort of standard. You know, you're not going to people who knit on size 4 needles and not suddenly have such great big huge stitches that it looks like a size 10. But there is some obviously room for manoeuvre within that, which means that this could come out much, much smaller and you'll be very, very disappointed. After all that work, I would say, for the sake of 5 minutes, just to begin the journey, please, please do a tension square. What you do is you cast on 20 stitches, you knit in the needle size that we suggest in the stocking stitch, usually in stocking stitch. You get a ruler, you measure 10 centimetres and you make sure that they're however many stitches we've said you need. So if it's 22 stitches, just measure it, say 22 stitches. It doesn't really matter about the rows, it's about the width. You're kind of, anyway, that's what's important for us. The way that we've done it is you measure it, you've got 22 stitches or 10 centimetres, and if that works, that's great. If you're getting, if you're actually getting, you find that you've got very many more than that, then you're knitting too tightly, and I would go up a needle size. Or if you suddenly realise that you've got 32, I'd go up 2 needle sizes, but I doubt that's going to happen. And if you're very, very, baggy and you've only got 5 stitches, then go down a needle size, so you're basically making it tighter. Does that make sense? I hope so. So please do a tension square, otherwise, for shawls and things like that, it doesn't really matter. But I take that back. It does matter, because you don't want an itty tiny little shawl, do you? You actually want a fluffy, rather nice one. For instance, on this, I don't think you can see, I knitted this on a size 6, but actually I knit very, very loosely, so it's almost a size 7. Anyway, go with our standard, go with what we, Ruth and Belinda, have made, because, as I said, there is no standard, so therefore there has to be some kind of control, there has to be something that, you know, your basis, that we're basing everything on, and it is on our knitting, because we're the ones that are kind of designing it, all our stuff, so please check that. Thank you. So that's about a little bit about tension.